He clearly has more money than he could ever spend, yet he still slaves away at 3 backbreaking jobs every single day. He does all this to support another man's wife and children. He washes their clothes, cooks their meals, and even handles the dirtiest chores. The man's name is Leonardo. He is the only son of the 3rd richest man in the world. As a golden boy born with a silver spoon, his greatest talent was blowing money. He lived large on a luxury yacht worth tens of millions. Champagne, beautiful women, and non-stop parties. The word tomorrow simply wasn't in his vocabulary. He never imagined his life of excess would be completely upended by one woman. The woman's name is Kate. Compared to Leonardo, she lives on the opposite side of the social spectrum. She is the hardest working single mother in the city. She works 3 jobs just to raise her 3 children. The weight of life is crushing her, but she doesn't even have the right to stop and rest. That is, until a single phone call completely rewrote her life. One day, Kate was sent by her company to clean a luxury yacht, stepping into a world she'd only seen in magazines. She couldn't help but pull out her phone. She wanted to share this rare encounter with her best friend, but just as she was excitedly describing the yacht, the wealthy heir suddenly interrupted her.
It's not even a very good picture. Hello, Teresa!
Oh God. Hi!
Kate quickly hung up, feeling awkward and trying to leave. Leo didn't care at all. He even started changing his clothes right in front of her. Then he headed out with 2 stunning women.
Try to hurry. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need the room.
Looking at this superficial man, Kate silently rolled her eyes. She swore to herself, just finish the work and get out. Don't give him a second glance. But while she was focused on her work, Leo started barking orders at her to run errands. This was clearly beyond the scope of a cleaner's job. Kate flatly refused to follow his orders. However, in Leo's life, the word refusal had never existed in his dictionary. This spoiled brat, coddled by the whole world, lost his temper on the spot. He didn't just fire Kate, he arrogantly declared she wouldn't receive a single cent of her wages. Kate froze for half a second. She rushed forward to demand what she was owed. Before she could react, she was shoved straight into the water.
Here you are!
No! It's very expensive! No!
As the yacht drifted away, Leo stood on the deck, looking down at the humiliated Kate. His face was the picture of mockery and arrogance. At this moment, Kate didn't even have the energy to fight back. An even worse situation was waiting for her. She had to pay for expensive repairs, and had somehow lost her job. For Kate, this was an absolute disaster. She gritted her teeth and made a vow. One day, she would make that jerk pay for his cruelty. Perhaps even God couldn't stand Leo's arrogance. That night, while he was walking on the deck after drinking, the boat hit a rough patch. Leo lost his balance and fell into the sea. The negligent crew didn't even notice the accident. When he woke up again, he had washed up on a beach. His filthy appearance and lack of pants naturally caught the attention of the police.
I remember nothing except waking up on a beach with an ass full of sand. You're a doctor, right? We'll fix it!
Leo had lost his memory completely. Since he had no ID and no criminal record, the police had no choice but to broadcast his story. Soon, Leo's older sister saw the report and came to find him, but after confirming he had total amnesia, she immediately changed her story. She lied and said he wasn't the family member she was looking for and left the hospital. As the sole heir to the world's 3rd largest fortune, Leo had always been a useless loafer, but in the eyes of his old-fashioned father, he was still the only rightful heir. The older sister had plenty of talent and ambition, but she never had a chance to lead. Now that Leo had vanished and lost his memory, she saw this as her only chance to take over the group, so she hid the truth from their father. She tearfully made up a lie about him being eaten by sharks. She successfully secured the position of acting CEO. On the other side, Kate also saw the report.
That's the asshole! An unidentified homeless man, general retrograde amnesia.
A wild idea flashed through her mind. She was going to make this man, who trampled on people's dignity, taste the bitterness of life at the bottom. She was going to make him pay his dues. Kate didn't hesitate for a second. With a friend's help, she forged some documents. She composed herself and walked firmly into the hospital.
Hi. I'm here to pick up my husband, the man with amnesia.
Led by the doctor, Kate met Leo. She pulled out the fake marriage certificate she had prepared. Even though Leo had amnesia, his subconscious told him this woman wasn't his wife.
I admit there are many things I've forgotten. But from the depths of my soul, I know I'm not married to this woman. So, unless I see some real proof...
Just as he was about to leave, Kate mentioned a secret she saw while he was changing on the yacht.
Wait, honey. I didn't want to say this because I know it embarrasses you, but you have a tattoo of a cartoon mouse on your right butt cheek.
Leo didn't want to believe it, but under their expectant gazes, he had to check for himself. To his shock, the tattoo was actually there.
You're really my wife?
For better or worse, baby.
And so, the amnesiac Leo was taken home by Kate. The former billionaire had officially become a commoner husband.
I'm poor?
Yep.
As soon as he entered, Two cute girls cheered and rushed to call him daddy.
Oh, Dad! Oh, Daddy! I miss you so much! Oh, I'm so glad you're okay.
Only then did Leo realize he had 3 daughters. He looked closely at the girls' young faces. He tried to dig through his blank memory, but his mind was empty. There wasn't a single image of them. He felt nothing but confusion and awkwardness. What puzzled him even more was that the 3 daughters looked nothing like him.
How come they don't look like me?
Oh, sweetie. We had trouble getting pregnant, so we had to use a sperm donor.
I'm sterile.
That doesn't change a thing. You are still their father.
Kate began feeding him her fabricated story. Every word sank into Leo's bewildered mind. In Kate's version, he was a heavy drinking laborer. He worked 2 or 3 jobs to support the family. He had sacrificed everything for this household. Leo couldn't accept this harsh reality. His subconscious also told him he wasn't married to this woman, so he tried to sneak out through the window.
Hey!
Hi. Running low on toilet paper.
Under the sink!
Of course.
Leo had no choice but to return in embarrassment. Kate didn't just bring him home to teach him a lesson. It was also because she was busy with work and studying for exams. She had 3 children at home who needed care. She was spread way too thin. That's why she kept Leo around. She wanted him to do the laundry, cook, and watch the kids. He was there to fill the gaps she couldn't handle. But this pampered prince didn't even know how to turn on a stove. He struggled until dark just to boil a pot of noodles. The whole thing ended in a disaster.
When's the maid coming? As I'm saying this, I fear I'm the maid.
No one cleans like you do, sweetie.
Instead of comforting him, Kate just scolded him. She told him to clean it up immediately. By the time he was completely finished, it was already late at night. But just as he was getting ready for bed, Kate wouldn't let him sleep in the bedroom. Instead, she put him in a storage room full of junk.
So, I'm gonna lock up the house for the night. If you need to use the bathroom. Here you go.
I'm a nobody. A poor, sterile, drunk nobody who has to pee in a bottle.
Leo curled up in that tiny storage room. He spent his first night after the accident there. It was the most difficult and humiliating night of his life. But before dawn the next day, the piercing sound of an alarm clock jolted him awake. Before he could even clear his head, Kate's friend dragged him to a construction site. Standing on that site, Leo finally understood what a living hell looked like. The sun overhead was like a scorching furnace. The heat made the air twist and turn. He wore ill-fitting old clothes. His hands and feet were stiff, and his movements were clumsy. The workers around him, who did manual labor for a living, looked at him with nothing but mockery and contempt. The man who once ruled from his yacht and looked down on everyone was now being openly disrespected on this burning construction site. His dignity was trampled. His pride was crushed to dust. Not until sunset did Leo drag his aching body back to collapse on the sofa. But before he could relax, Kate walked over. She handed him a note covered in writing. It was a list of groceries and supplies he needed to buy. Even though Leo was too tired to speak, he eventually gripped the note. He got up to go buy the items they needed. Perhaps even he didn't realize it. But the arrogance in his bones was slowly being replaced by a sense of responsibility. In the following days, Leo gradually got used to this life. He learned how to cook. He took over all the household chores. His relationship with his co-workers also began to improve. However, a new turning point was fast approaching.